news or whatever. They're on another one. Gang, gang. Yeah. Gang, gang, emergency Zoom film at 11. Same 5 goons, same deranged obsession. This changes everything. Bro, it's page 47 of emotion they skin while half watching Yellowstone. Gang, gang. Squinting at 8-point font like detectives. Zoom so far and the pixels are screaming for mercy. Look at this, timestamps 2020, 22, my God. But they're yelling it like they just cracked Watergate. High five. Mike's been muted for 20 minutes, still barking. Circular logic, so a lot of time to seem impressive. Trust the plan, this is massive. Nah, fam, it's boilerplate and it's mid at best. Gang, gang. Self-appointed outrage, squad patting each other like they personally ended corruption. Gang. Dropping bombshell tea that's been sitting in pizza since breakfast. Gang, gang. Moral high ground speed run, they'll flip the script the second it's convenient. Gang. Same PowerPoint presentation, new day, same brain dead narration. Gang, gang. We're not obsessed, we're just passionate. 3-hour living yesterday's hoodie, passion in my ass. Why is he even breathing right now? Says the guy refreshing notifications every 14 seconds. Gang, gang. Playing lawyer on God mode, reading comprehension. Stuck in elementary, confidence in the stratosphere, case dismissed. They're screaming to the void, motion still pending but go off I guess. Disagree? Obviously a paid chill. Actually read the filing, deep state plan. Laugh at them, you're clearly compromised too. Exist in the same zip code, suspicious behavior. Notify the group chat. Gang, 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 gang. Tighter circle, smaller brain. Gang, gang. Echo chamber finally running out of oxygen. Gang, gang. Yeah. Gang, gang, acting the actual judge like it's group chat. Replay all meltdowns, labeled just asking questions. Got warned by the core ones, that was a suggestion. Still get it the same screen like it's strictly trash talk. Gang, gang, we're above all this drama. While screenshotting, they on meltdown for content. Preaching peace and love while actively baiting bears. And fake shock when the bear finally bites back. How could this happen? Gang, gang. Synchronized tantrum hours. 5 tabs open, all the same screenshot. Different zoom levels, gang, gang. Premature victory lap. Over legal language, still can't pause. Gang, gang. Standing 10 toes on business until tomorrow's filing, send them scrambling again. Gang, gang. Hype the claim to the moon, then ghost the chat when it ages like milk. Gang, gang. Gang, 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 gang. Gang, gang. Refresh, refresh. Gang, gang. Gang, gang, gang. See y'all same time tomorrow. Gang, gang. Don't be late.
Listening in the shadows, ready to attack. No warning shot, no polite hello. Has wicked grin and a toxic glow. She's dripping poison like gossip at brunch. A sharp bite and you become her lunch. Sexy till you're twitching on the floor. She's smirking in your face, then comes back for more. Bite, bite, baby, better say your prayers. Venom's got stilettos and homicidal flair. She's vicious, delicious, a queen with a sting. The sexiest nightmare you've ever seen. Pucker up, sugar. Mama's venom tastes sweet.
Yeah, I got the venomous Venom with me tonight. Yes, go sub up to her. Go and check her out if you haven't already. Greetings, Wes. Greetings, Max. How you doing? Twaddlebum, good to see you. Marama, just dawned. So does Ginger. Good to see you, Hats. And Shirley, how you doing? My gosh, Jenny, 8675 309. Crystal, good to see you. Laura, how you doing? Oh my gosh. Alan Schaefer, we are Venom. You still remember that? You remember that from the other night? We are all Venom. Who the hell is Venom?
Yes, we are.
Well, we know who Venom is. Venom is venomous. And if you don't know venomous Venom by now, then, well, you've got some problems.
That's for sure. I'm the derailer.
derailer, a serial milker, whatever it is that you want to call her. It's venomous venom. You saw the
That's
milkers
right.
on that avatar. It's like, good Lord, lady.
That's
Put the
right.
nip
Hey,
away.
I'm
Shame on
sharing
you.
the milk. Got milk? Yeah.
God, milk. Well, it might not have milk, but we do have a little bit of thank you. Ooh, no, well, I'm gonna have to make sure I set this up right because you know I'm a slacker whenever it comes to a lot of stuff, and I want to I want to make sure that I get this in here, and we're going to put this in here and make sure that I get all of this set up before I start going absolutely bonkers, because that's usually what happens. I end up having to do this at the last minute, and I forget that I can do all of this before I even switch screens. You know that, right?
Yes. And
Like I
yes,
said,
Megan is the derailer. She is the queen of it.
yeah, Megan is really bad at derailing stuff, but does she have the tug?
Well, tug tug.
Were we supposed to?
We're just watching you bounce around, Shizzy.
See, she's the one that had her in there. No
My chair
sound?
fell down.
Oh, I know why. I know what happened. You know what happened?
You
I
forgot.
thought I had this all set up, but I didn't. I thought I had this all set up, but I'm slacking again.
Yeah, it's just too many buttons for everybody. I get it.
That's what it is.
I got tug, tug, tug.
Like that?
So they
There it
went through
is.
my garage, they went through, all kinds of shit around me. My hair, my body, my this, my that, trashy. But they never mentioned anything about what squat pump looked like. Nothing. So they didn't attack
what
her,
it
and
is,
that's
silent
fine,
movie.
that's great. But what they did do to her was they had her
It's not
sitting here
silent no
crying
more.
all
You can
night
hear it,
because
right?
they aired this shit. How many people saw it as of right now? I think 20,000 people. Okay, richer people saw this. Okay. And yes, it's a public record, but nobody knows who Squad Pump is. Nobody knows their life. She just made
Nobody
this
cared.
massively public for no reason but to
Except who brought her
harass
on.
me. I got tug, tug, tug. Tug, tug, tug.
She's the one that
And
brought
that's what's
her on.
fucked up, because you ignored the fact that this guy across the street
Crazy.
is a harasser. He hit her mother, he beat her mother, he choked her mother, he hit her, beat her, choked her. Not once, but more than 2 times that he got arrested for it. Hey, this is the 3rd time in 2 years that this guy's in jail for battery, Jennifer W. And this guy is a harasser. He's harassed us daily, all the time, just like I said, So I don't know what they think they're gonna find in these body cam images except for me carrying a bun, looking like shit, whatever. Because a cop had to come to my house because I'm sitting here with my friend who I'm
she's
trying
so
to help
attractive.
protect from this asshole across the street who's a rug addict. I got tug, tug, tug. Tug, tug, tug. And, they want to mock it, make fun of it, do whatever. Because of what? Because Jeremy Hale said to do so. Because that's the way they got the cam footage. They got it from Deanna West's employee. How do I know that? Because Deanna West is the only one who requested records on my name on my property. 5 years of it, and not the first time she's requested it. It's Deanna West. AKA flipping his benches exactly 9 shins. And Deanna West shared it with Hales, with Tug, with Mug, whatever you want to call them. And not only did she air that, she also showed and aired an entire list of all my thumbnails that she's got stored and filed. I got tug, tug, tug. Tug, tug, tug. And she showed that and aired that. And then the one she took mine and changed it. So we proved I got total proof of her stealing my copyright and putting it on her stuff is not fair use. She thinks it is, but by what she's doing, it is not fair use. She's maliciously and intentfully trying to harass me. And by what she showed all night last night, that That's exactly what she did, all right? I'm not worried about Megan. Megan is taken care of. I got an open and shut case against her right now. And I can give two shits what else she says or does about any of it. Because all it is going right into that court case. And it's gonna be more problems for her. So I got her. I got Tug. Not only do I have her, I got Tug. I did not report Tug. He literally posted that I did, and I got that too. Thank you. But I did not report him. I got several emails today from people telling me that he got demonetized today. Also that Megan got demonetized. I'm not sure she did though. And then Mr. Goop said he got demonetized. Okay, I don't know if Mr. Goop did or not, but Tug's the one that bragged about it and said, well, help me, and ran to his Twitter account. So anyway, I'm just seeing a lot of misinformation, and I have zero involvement in YouTube's monetization decisions for any channel at all, which is my own. I got Tug. Creatives affected have stated that this was a platform-side error that has since been restored by Team YouTube. He used his Twitter account, X account, to contact Team YouTube. I got Tug. I got Tug.
Can you get that right? She can't even get her own misinformation right.
No, she has a real hard time with her misinformation, and that always tends to be a bit of a problem for them. They really want to give you the information, but if it doesn't spin in their direction, then they don't know what to say. It's like, oh, well, especially whenever you show them the absolute truth. And then it just fucks with them because they're like, oh, well, how do we spin this? Because that's like in black and white, the truth of whatever it might be. Just like this, the argument, court should clarify or reconsider the April 23rd order because, well, Paintchip is notice of filing was not a merits response. No, that's not how it works. See, it was actually a response. You just you wanted to find around or fuck around, and now you found out. The judge is like, yeah, that was a response. It was a stupid response, but hey, you said you were a retard, so we'll take your word for it, and maybe we'll maybe what we'll do is we'll have a hearing and charge you for it on top of that, for wasting extra time. It's a good band, Wolfgang Shizzy had them on. Yes, that would be Sugar Lime Blue. Good stuff. Court should clarify or reconsider its April 23rd, 2026 order granting plaintiff to leave motion to file a third amended complaint because Paintchip is an idiot. It was a procedural preservation filing. Well, like everything that Paintchips does, him just saying it doesn't mean that it is. See, if he wanted to do that, what he should have done is entered the case and then put in the procedural preservation filing. That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
It placed on the docket their objection that the plaintiff's counsel had not complied with this ruling. Well, no, you can argue that later. That's what I think the judge should tell them. So, you can argue that at trial. How's that? And we won't let it in.
Yeah, I think he's going to try and argue the case before it even gets there.
Oh yeah. That's his whole that's his game. That's what he does. He will beat to death his. You think the filings, we're at what, 182? Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet. Trust me.
Yeah.
You have not seen anything yet. If you want any idea, just look at the one that he entered into against Dinesh. Okay. Not his suit against Dinesh, but the one where Dinesh was going after Couture or something like that. And oh yeah, that one right there. It's up to 383 documents.
Yeah, pretty much how he was filing on this case before he was even a known name to the courts.
Mm-hmm. Where he was emailing the judge and crap like that. And
Yeah,
then distinction matters.
Doe.
Oh yeah, no, that was Joey Camp. That was Joey Camp that came in and filed it as a John Doe. It was also filed in the manner the court's prior orders, the local rules required on the record through the clerk, not by emails to chambers. Yeah. So your point? No, distinction matters. The court had already made it clear that informal communications with chambers were improper. The governing research memorandum wrote, no, that wasn't informal communications, you fucking moron. It was not filed in the manner of the court's prior orders. You against the court. It was not you emailed shit to the chambers is what you did. And then you turned around and you filed shit with the court. And guess what? The judge ruled against you. He said you're in default. Dummy. It bars letters. Yeah, see, he's just telling us stuff that we already know. The problem is timing. They moved for leave to file the third amended complaint on April 16th. Yeah, because it was due, you dumbass. There's your distinction. The judge said that you've got X amount of days from this date to actually file something. And you filed it a little bit late. Which the judge will usually because they want to make sure that stuff gets taken care of and doesn't get kicked out, is pretty straightforward. Yeah, I know, Max. It's there. I've already got it. The court orders otherwise. Defendant's notice of filing was not a Rule 15 opposition, not a Rule 12 motion. No, not a futility brief, not a subject matter jurisdiction challenge, not an arbitration motion, and not a waiver of threshold defenses. No, it was just rambling bullshit from paint chips. Now, under Rule 54B, an interlocutory order may be revised. Well, how about you not tell the judge what he can or can't do? He decides the law. And you can basically point in the direction, but that's not how it works. The judge is going to tell you what the fuck he thinks of it, and the judge already told you he thought your filing was bullshit. The April 23rd order is inoculatory as to the claims against Paint Chip. The court should therefore clarify whether it intended to treat Paint Chip's limited procedural filing as a merits response. Well, it looked like he did, because he was a little bit pissed off that you didn't file like you were supposed to. You didn't file the correct document. You didn't even amend. Here's the thing. In Florida, there is no, unlike your what was that place you're from, New York? Yeah, it's not like it was in New York. In Florida, the way that it's set up is you cannot just make a general representation or just a general showing. You can't do that. They knocked that out about 5 or 6 years ago. You can't just show up and file shit and say, I'm just filing this in this court case because I have no interest in this party, but I'm just going to file some bullshit just to clog up the docket. Yeah, the Florida got sick of that shit because there's so many soft sits that would do that kind of shit and enter into fucking court cases that they're like, what is this supposed to mean? Well, they're actually a crazy carny that lives in this little unknown town, and I had to show you, Judge, what kind of crazy person they are. How is it relevant to this fucking case? That's what the judges are doing. They're like, how is it relevant to this bullshit? All right, I'm dealing with enough bullshit as it is. And you filing this garbage in my courtroom that my clerks have to read this shit, and then they have to sort through it, and then they have to give me a brief on what it is and whether it's even worth me fucking wasting my time reading this shit. Holy crap. So you're going to file over 60 fucking pages of bullshit. Wonderful. Good job, Paint Chip.
Yeah, I think
23rd order. I mean, this is his modus operandi. I mean, this is how he operates. He has no other way of doing anything except for just wasting people's time. It's like, there's a cure for that.
Yeah, the judge should just turn on the Peanut show. Snoopy Linus. Womp, 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 womp. Every time he files a motion, he could just watch the Peanuts gang, and that's basically what he'll hear.
Yeah, because it's just a bunch of rambling shite. Killed her live emergency. I don't know what that means. Who did the flea kill?
Well, I don't think they meant it that way. I think what they're trying to say is Felisa ended her stream because there's an emergency.
Oh, I wonder if somebody came knocking on the door.
You never know. Maybe it's womp, 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 womp.
Maybe Paint Chip showed up. It's like, I'm here to play with the kids. I heard that you got your door open. That's what I came to show up.
The garage door was open. Can I come in?
No, they wouldn't even ask. They'd just come in and say, "Here I am."
Or.
Where's the lineup for? Where's the lineup for her to kill us? Hopefully, she's not doing any killing of anybody. That would be really bad.
Yeah, it would be.
Good morning, Spawn Trooper. Good to see you. Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. It is beautiful here in the nice, chilly Atlanta. It is actually chilly tonight. It's 61 out right now.
I thought they called your city Hatlanta.
It is.
It was hot to me.
No, it's 61 right now. It's a little nipply out there. Like all the rain that came through last night. Oh my God, it was bad. It just tore all my wife's peonies up.
Yeah, I haven't even gotten close to seeing even a sprout in plants. Like we're still watching possible flurries and freezes and everything else happen.
Yeah, no. It's beautiful. People, I can push forward, save my chicken skin. They're so bad. Hi to everyone. Hello, Heather May. You didn't miss much of anything. We're just rambling on here. The plaintiff's 14th conferral was deficient, and defendants now made a good faith conferral effort. A little late, a little short, aren't you? Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but I do have the super tips up. And it is operating. If you're wondering what super tips look like, okay, I'll give you a little preview of what the super tips look like, so you have an idea. And now the super tips have always been like a good support of the channel, and I know that you guys enjoy them. And it's little super tips like this that just give you so much joy.
You're right, Shizzy. You need to grift more.
That's what they look like. Whenever super tips come up, that's what they look like. They just come popping up like that. And I think I need to move that box just a little bit like that. And then you can see like this one right here, like this one that came in from Venom.
OMG, it's the expert and Shizzy Daddy together. How wild I was. Like, it's all goody because I am a retired superstar. Right, Michael?
It's stuff like that comes in. Michael, right, Michael? Right?
It's time to get your attention because it's Photo Lady's hubby's birthday, Shizzy.
Ooh, whose birthday is it? I like birthdays. Whose
Photo
birthday?
Lady 12's hubby's birthday.
Photo Lady 12's hubby's birthday? Well, we can't just let that go by without having a little bit of happy birthday. If I would do it right, that would be great.
Joyful time, it's your special day. gather round. We're here to say happy birthday, happy birthday. You're the shining star, let's celebrate you no matter where we are. Tequila and margaritas, party through the night. Cake and candles, the mood is just right. As the candles flicker, make a loving toast to the one we adore the most. Happy birthday.
21 years old. I love that. That is a beautiful thing. Man, oh man. I may have many, 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 many more. I know that my neighbor lived to be well over 100, and he was loving life.
That's amazing. It really is. And Ozark Teller's great granddaughter is 11.
11 years old? Well, no tequila and margaritas for her.
Well,
No tequilas.
virgin kind.
Well, no, still no. You don't want to get them in that habit. But, that would just be bad. But I could wish her a happy birthday. But you have the tequilas and margaritas, just don't drive and don't hit the kid.
Joyful time, it's your special day. Gather round, we're here to say happy birthday, happy birthday. You're the shining star, let's celebrate you no matter where we are. Tequila and margaritas, party through the night. Cake and candles, the mood is just right. As the candles flicker, make a loving toast to the one we adore the most. Happy birthday.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Man, let me make sure that I have that turned off before I do the transition back over to this right here. There we go. Because I was like, oop, that would still be playing if I went over there and all of a sudden you could be hearing it after. She's a celebrate 11. She is a jewel. I love it.
That's
I
right.
love it.
And a Taurus, too. Woo.
Oof. Oof.
Good luck.
Grab the bull by the horns and it's just gonna be bad. Bad. Checking in. Good to see you, gentlemen. Hello. Poor puppy's skunk smell is horrendous. Ah, yes, it is. Calvin Stover celebrates 10 months of membership. Hello, everyone. Hello, Calvin, and welcome.
Welcome to the Schitt Show.
Yes, every single day.
A new flavor of fuckery.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Everybody's such you see, and they're dumber than a bag of squats. Monday, bullshit. Tuesday, bullshit. Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, boulder, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery. Yeah, we're all over again.
Ah, yes. I got to get that in there at least once every stream because it's just such a fun song.
Well, I mean,
Now,
thumbs it up perfect.
It does. So defendant has now gone further. On April 24th, they sent plaintiffs' counsel a new local rule 7-1 conferral notice identifying the intended motions, reconsideration or clarification of the 23rd dismissal for lack, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. The email expressly invited a meaningful substantive conference by phone or in person, identified the issues to be discussed, and asked counsel to provide dates and times. That was not a meaningful conversation. I've seen your meaningful conversations. You pulled the same shit with Nicholas Chapata, if I remember right. And Nicholas Chapata was just like, yeah, come to my office. We'll have the conferral. We'll have an in-person meet. And then you were just like, I'm not showing up. What the hell is the point of, I'm giving you the opportunity. And then all of a sudden you're losing your shit. What, no Pearhead tonight? I don't know. I don't know what the Pearhead's doing. This is the record the court should want. I like it. Like, no, that's not what the court wants. The court wants you to actually, do things properly. He attempted to confer. He identified the precise issues. He now offered it. No, those were not narrow, nor were they precise. And it was you calling Jeremy names again, calling Shockett names again. And, that's not a meaningful conferral. If you're going to attack somebody whenever you're supposed to be conferring, what they want is a reasonable, they have a reasonable expectation that, you would behave professionally, being that you're a professional shithead. Well, that makes sense. Why, you can't get anything out of you except for shit.
Yeah, well.
He attempted to confer. He identified the issues and he offered to narrow or resolve them. No. If plaintiff's counsel refuses to confer meaningfully, no, it wasn't that he refused to confer meaningfully. It was that you didn't. And he didn't have. Hey, Poodle Lady, good to see you there here on YouTube. Good to see you over there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Rumble chatters also. In any event, the most important forthcoming motion is dispositive. It's 7D does not require a conference or certificate of motion for motions that would determine the outcome of a case or claim the defense anticipated Rule 12 motion. Oh, I'm anticipating that Rule 12 motion to come in any day now. The judge is probably going to throw that out to you. The court need not rewrite it or deem all future motion practice notice only. Well, yeah, actually he does, which he should do. He should deem everything notice approved. Like you're gonna have to file the notice for anything, because I'm sick of playing your games. You're gonna have to file for leave to file your garbage, because if he doesn't, I can guarantee you he will file the most ridiculous shit ever. He's already said that that's what his plan was early on.
I think even with the judge responding on this, he's still gonna file his rhetoric and, more wah, 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 wah.
Mm-hmm. Well, the defer appears specially like, short bus, pro se, without a waiver. He does not submit generally. Well, generally he doesn't submit except whenever, whenever he's in prison. And then he submits generally all the time to the court's jurisdiction.
Over and over.
He preserves all defenses under Rule 12, including lack of personal jurisdiction, insufficient service of process, just any bullshit that I can throw at the wall so I don't have to be in this court case. But I still want to be in the court case. I want it to cost him a lot of money is what I want it to do. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that's what they said Jeremy was doing. Remember, they said something about Jeremy is just throwing, pasta at the wall to see if it sticks. That's what they're doing.
Well, and I would agree that the first filing was a little bit like pasta at a wall, and that's why the judge ruled the way that he did. He said, "Hey, I see this as pasta thrown at the wall, and I don't like it in my courtroom, so no."
Next time you bring us some marinara and some meatballs, and we're going to make a sauce, and we're going to have the right pasta.
We're going to have the right pasta this time. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Oh, yes, good to see you. Good to see you, Heather May. Thank you. Thank you very much for being so welcoming to our chat. The court should therefore make clear that the defense participation in this motion does not waive personal jurisdiction. Like that pause? Isn't that perfect?
Yeah.
Defendant is not litigating the merits first and complaining later. No, actually, you're complaining and complaining and complaining and complaining. He's asking that threshold issues be resolved first. No, you're just wasting the court's time. Service and personal jurisdiction remain unresolved. Nope, they don't. You've been served, and you when as soon as you filed in this court case, you noticed that there was a court case against you, and the court sees that as service. And I can't remember what exact rule that is, but I do remember reading that they don't have just making an appearance and just to file bullshit. We went over that. Rule 4 is not a technical ornament, not like the tooth fairy that you wear around your neck. It is the formal mechanism by which the court obtains authority over the defendant. Blah, blah, blah. We know what it says, but, the bullshit that you're trying to put here, failure to serve defendant has no Naples address. Oh, that you're going to get destroyed on that one.
Yep.
The amendment doesn't erase those deficits. The third amended complaint alleges that Paint Chips resides in Naples, Florida, which is untrue. He's saying, it alleges he lives in Naples, and his earlier service theory, even harder to defend. He cannot plausibly claim ignorance of the Florida domicile while at the time that he filed it, did he know that that's where you lived?
Wasn't he also, I'm talking about Paint Chips, wasn't he also giving suggestions to the court that none of those addresses that they had tried to send the service to were his? And didn't
Correct.
he have a New York address listed as his domicile?
Yep.
They did go to every route that
and
he
multiple times
suggested.
at those
Yep.
routes. And whenever they checked on the address in New York, making the service processor go there, which is costly. The service processor shows up and they're just like, yeah, he doesn't live there. The female lives there. And unless he got a sex change, which is possible. I mean, he may have had a sex change.
Yeah. You never know. Over and over and over. Just saying.
I mean,
he even claimed the one address that was his father's address. That's the whole thing of the senior, junior stuff that all of a sudden is now on paperwork.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Right.
the story changes with Paint Chips because, well, he's just a habitual liar and causes problems. So Paint Chips is like a 2-year learning to use these words. It's a fail for me. That makes plaintiff's earlier service theory. If plaintiff knew enough to allege Naples residency, they knew enough to attempt proper service. Well, then you would have to prove that. Those are facts, not evidence. So, this is all assumptions, and the court doesn't rule on assumptions. The court rules on law. Fucker. Count 2 is futile because the Third Amendment complaint does not plausibly plead Florida sexual cyber harassment. That's not what he was saying. It's called revenge porn. Okay. And it is a crime in Florida. The only claim against Paint Chips styled as a violation of the sexual cyber harassment statute. That claim is futile. No, it's not. The Third Amendment complaint that he posted online video depicting Hales with that's completely different. And yes, that is what it did. It identifies a URL that alleges the image conveyed identity through this photograph and name, but the plea does not plausibly allege the core statutory facts needed to transform public satire or mockery into actionable sexual cyber harassment. Actually, it does. It does. That's the thing. It does have all of the elements of breaking that violation, and every single one of them at that. And yeah, so you're lucky that the court isn't prosecuting you for that. The statute is aimed at the publication, that's what it was, under circumstances where the depicted person is a reasonable expectation. Now you're leaving out the rest of it. See, the problem with these mongoloids is the statute aimed at the publication of the explicit image of a circumstance where the reasonable image would remain private, and that's where he leaves it. And we read it last night, what the statute actually says. And no, it's much more specific than just that. There's a whole bunch that comes after that he leaves out of this. Quite a bit, actually. The Third Amendment complaint does not plausibly allege that he published a real, that doesn't matter. Using someone's image and putting them in a position of a sexual manner is what caused it, you dumbass. That is what the statute says. It does not plead that he ever possessed, created. It doesn't matter. That's you're reading. See, he's reading everything around what the statute pleads. And this is the kind of crap that they do constantly. They read around what the statute actually is. It's no different than FLISA. FLISA does this shit all the time. It's like, well, this is what it should mean. No, this is what it says, and this is what it means. It's completely different. But she does that shit all the time.
I think the court's going to take a different look at it too, with him now named as a defendant, former lawyer, and once the magistrate is able to maybe even speak on the fact that he took his image and defiled it. So, I mean,
well, not sexually, but
but he still did it and even made a.
Well, and he's actually allowed to do that. I mean, that's the thing. He can do that with a judge. That's the thing. He could post something like what he posted with a judge, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with him doing that.
Even if
you may not like it.
Even if he makes a YouTube page or a Facebook group and names it as if he's the judge.
Well, no, that would cause a little bit of problems, but usually
that's kind of what I'm talking about.
Like
the image was one thing, but he took that image and applied it to an actual account.
How gay is this man? Well, that matters under Twombly and Ibakal, the Iqbal, whatever. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. So I think that these were a couple of Iranians or something. That's what I'm guessing. And that's why he pleads them all the time. The complaint must plead facts, not labels. Conclusory assertions that the video has no legitimate purpose, not newsworthy, or was intended to cause distress are not enough, but they are. They are enough, because it doesn't matter that it's not newsworthy, which it's not. I mean, whenever you're posting a person going down on another person, that is the definition of sexual cyber crimes. Okay. And the statute that he wants to not quote entirely is where he keeps screwing up, because it says very specifically in that doing that is wrong. Matter of fact, why don't we just pull that up again so we can show you? Here's a little citation. Do a nice little copy of it, because I'm an idiot like this most of the time, and I like to be an idiot because it just makes me so much fun.
Well, you're not an idiot, but you can take it as you're educating us.
Educating you?
Well, yes, educating us.
Educating you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Why don't we stop that little screen share right there, and we'll get this one up right here, because it's much easier to do it this way. And what it says right here, it finds that a person depicted in a sexually explicit image taken with a person's consent may retain, and this is just under A. Okay. B, it's becoming common practice that they're publishing sexually explicit image of another to internet websites to disseminate such images through electronic means without the person's consent, contrary to the depicted person's reasonable expectation of privacy. When such images are published on an internet website, the publication is disseminated of such images. And this is just giving you. Now, it gives you what all of these are: personal identification information that identifies a person and includes but not limited to any name, postal, electronic mail address, telephone, social security number, date of birth, or any unique physical representation, such as an image of them. Sexually cyber harass means to intentionally publish to an internet website or intentionally disseminate through electronic means to another person a sexually explicit image of a person without the depicted person's consent and contrary to the person's reasonable expectation the image would remain private if 1, the image conveys personal identification of that depicted person. The personal identification is depicted person is not contained or conveyed in the image itself, but is contemporaneously published or disseminated in such a manner that the person viewing the personal identification information would reasonably know that such information directly relates to the person depicted in the sexually explicit image, such as showing their name, showing the person, saying their name, all of that kind of stuff. Evidence of the depicted person sent sexually explicit images of another person does not on its own remove his or her reasonable expectation of privacy for that image. Except the provided paragraph, the person commits it, then law enforcement may arrest without warrant any person that he or she has probable cause to believe has violated this section. And you could have them arrested under 6A right there. Right there. Without a warrant.
Go figure.
Any person that he or she has probable cause to believe that has violated this section
Can be arrested. Wow. Without a warrant?
Mm-hmm.
Twaddlebum and Sharon, actually, the threat that was made was to cut down the actual tree that is in between Jeremy's property and the neighbor, to have it fall on top of the wishing well and memorial.
Okay.
Yeah, they were discussing something Crook had said in a threat as to what should happen to the memorial because of Travis hanging a rest in pieces Halloween decor on the side of the tree that belongs to Jeremy.
They're still hurt over that?
Oh yeah. They were discussing ways of getting rid of certain items.
Joyful time, it's your special day. Gather round, we're here to say happy birthday, happy birthday.
I don't know what happened. I screwed up somehow.
It looked like it just transitioned. I think
it did. It started playing the damn music. Crazy. Sorry about that. I don't think it did it to you.
It's not getting me mad. I and shouldn't get anybody else mad because it's nobody. Like the only people that are involved, like we've been saying, are Jeremy and the people actually named on these cases. I mean, we can get upset that they're saying it, but
the intention is that they're going to cut down a tree to destroy personal property.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're saying. And they're talking about using pew-pews to get rid of the rest in pieces part that's by the memorial. And gosh, if it should happen to hit other objects that are on the memorial, well, it would be one way of taking it out.
Well, and see that then, here's the thing. Then they can be charged.
Oh, well,
So I mean, I would say that would be a really bad idea for them to do that, especially now that they've publicly stated that that's what their intentions were.
Yeah, even to suggest to somebody to do it coming from a person that's under a civil protection order.
Yeah, that could end up in causing a lot more problems. But see, this is typical of these assholes to create more drama, because what do they need? They need more people to come and view the fleas. That's what they need, because their channel is starting to fail. Whenever Jeremy's just like, hey, I'm not in Florida anymore, because I do this every year. I go back, I snowbird in Florida. I live in Ohio. And they know that Jeremy's not there, so might as well fuck with his property and see how much shit that they can destroy. Because, well, whenever they do that, guess what happens? then they end up becoming liable for every single bit of damage that they cause.
And, I mean, should a tree happen to fall on the property anywhere near anything that could be damaged on Jeremy's property, and I mean anything, it doesn't even have to be the memorial at this point.
No.
The fact that a person under a civil protection order spoke about this on a channel on the internet and gave suggestions to other people that it's documented. Go figure, what are the repercussions that could happen to that channel, the viewers that may have participated, persons under the order? Ouch. Because they'll be the first ones to go, are the persons under the order.
Yeah, for people under the order would, and then it just sort of spirals from there, and it just goes to show that they are the harassers. See that, it's just more proof that, whenever this stuff goes into federal court, Fed 1, bankruptcy court, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it just goes and shows the kind of behavior that these people exhibit.
Yeah, and I could dig it. Can you dig it, Shizzy? Can you dig it?
Dig it hard, always.
I can dig it.
And thank you, Noreen. Thank you so very much for 5 gifted memberships.
Save our IP tree.
Well, and as always, new members.
Welcome to the Schitt Show.
Every single day. Mary got Freedom Bird that just got a membership. Oh, that is a beautiful picture of you, Freedom Bird. Juju 55 got one. Nancy Nurse, thank you so much. And my favorite, Cyber Chicken. No, it's Cyber Chick Boston. She has got an awesome channel. I love Cyber Chick. Now, if you don't know who Cyber Chick is, she's got a channel. One of her I believe it's niece. Niece was part of the Twin Flames little cult and managed to get out of that and is in under some psychological care right now. Some part of that cult deprogramming, and she's dealing with a lot of shit. Prayers out to that young lady.
Definitely.
That she finally was able to step away from that, and hopefully she's able to get her stuff straightened out and come out on the other side. But thank you so much, very much for that me too's. I appreciate it. I appreciate that, Noreen. Thank you. And then I sent a text to Jesse at RZN National Radio telling RNZ National Radio. I don't know what that is. Sharon, good to see you. Good to see you. Hats. And hey, Venom, rolling on the floor, laughing my ass. Yeah, everybody's probably laughing because I screwed up. And thank you, Feather Catcher. R.I.P. the tree. Save the tree. Well, and what Travis put up there, he's absolutely able to do that.
Yeah.
If you find it disrespectful, oh well. Go cry a river somewhere else. Do you think it's disrespectful that you're posting things up there defamatory? What Travis put up there on the tree wasn't defamatory at all. It was it was a nice little interesting piece of art. And
yes,
I like it.
He's very artistic and expressive that way.
Oh, Debbie's saying the only trees that could be cut for that is Jeremy's property because Brian and Tina are encroaching on his property. I don't know that. I mean, I would assume that that's the case. But hey, we'll see what kind of stupid things they do. Hopefully they're not that stupid. I would hope that they don't do anything like that.
Yeah, it's kind of why they came up with that saying, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah. And Mary Boyle celebrating 12 months membership. Thank you, Mary.
Welcome to the Schitt Show.
Yes.
Every single day.
Oh,
A new flavor.
Shizzy Radio New Zealand RNC. Sort of like the DMZ, but in New Zealand. Don't cross that line. Traveling fools, are you in here? Good to see you.
Hey, traveler.
Oh, yes. I said, ooh, 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 ooh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, and it goes through all of that, he doesn't show all of what the statute is. He's only picking out those kinds of things that oh, well, it has to be this. No, there's more to it than just that.
So you mean filing a motion in a court case isn't like ordering off a Burger King menu? You don't get to have it your way?
No, that's not how it works. And the statute is rather new. I mean, this came in 2025. And right at the same time that he started posting that shit, and he got in trouble for it. So Walrus is also asking her chat if she should get protection orders on people who talk and stalking YouTube. Oh, her on YouTube, stalking her on YouTube.
Yeah, I think she brought that up like
please.
over a week ago.
Please
Who's
do.
stalking her?
Here's the beautiful thing is please get a protective order against people that are talking about you on YouTube, because you know what happens? They can still continue to talk about you on YouTube. Because that's not what a protective order is. Protective order puts you within a certain speaking range of somebody. Here's the thing. On YouTube, you don't have to listen. Simple as that. But go ahead, file it, fatty. Keep saying this.
Heather, you cannot change your comment now. Heather said that she has a bad habit of not watering her pot plants. Now she's trying to say she don't have pot plants.
her pot plants. Damn.
Her pot plants.
That happens.
Not
that
watering
happens.
Them.
Valor News has been here for 14 months. Got a big old star. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
To the Schitt Show.
Yes.
Every single day.
Hey, Shizzy. Hey, Venom. Good to see you, Valor. Dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, bald, or dash poppycock, bollocks, and buggery. Yes. Nice. Now, of course, Paint Chip doesn't know when to quit, because he likes doing things over and over and over again. And he's going to complain more and more. And it's one of those where it's just like he basically keeps repeating himself and all of this. The amount of controversy, allegations, or conclusory should be tested if count 2 survives. Doesn't matter. That's not the way it works. And if I remember this correctly, okay, here's the thing. Once it's already survived being filed into the court, all right, once it's met that threshold, if the amount drops down to $1, okay, like they say, all I want to do is I want to get a damn dollar out of this. It doesn't change the jurisdiction. It's already there. They're just like, no, it stays in. We're not changing this at all. It's just going to stay in this court case, even though it's going to be less. We'll sort it out, and we'll get this handled, because at some point it did meet the threshold, and I can't remember where I read that at, but I'm pretty sure there's a statute on that says, like, for example, if you bring it, because I think the threshold is 75,000. If you bring in the suit and it actually makes it to the point where the suit has been brought and they agree that it can be brought in, they provide enough factual evidence it can be brought in there. And say you've got 10 defendants, and then all of a sudden it drops down to like, out of those 10 defendants, it drops below that threshold, the court still keeps it there. And I can't remember where I read that at, but it doesn't change it whatsoever.
I think it was actually, if you go all the way back to Judge Davis, I think it was Judge Davis that opened that up in the beginning of one of the first Fed filings. It was either Judge Davis or the magistrate himself.
Well, Davis was Levy County judge, though.
Yeah, but I remember even early on they had spoke about, and it was in order something about the $75,000 threshold. That proof of damages had to exceed that, and they all agreed even early on with just LP that that had definitely been met.
That's right. See, Elfie knows what I'm talking about as a means of not shuffling the court with shuffling cases in and out of federal jurisdiction. Yeah, and I know that I read that somewhere. I just can't remember where I saw that. I was like, oh. But yeah, that's exactly the reason. But the number pleaded is a conclusion, doesn't matter. Defendant recognized the amount of controversy, challenges are uphill when they plead. It doesn't matter. He preserves his arbitration ADR position, but it can be briefed separately if necessary. What is this, a dumbass retard position? Is that what ADR is? And let's see, asserts reliance on the plaintiff's public statement. The defendant could file it and plaintiff would not object. Court need not, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. They don't waive the ADR FAA. If he simply recognizes the service, blah, blah, blah. He's just going to, same argument over and over and over again. Limited pro se solicitude and courtesy email service are appropriate. Defendant is a pro se litigant. He's not a filer. He does not receive the same real-time electronic notices counsel receives. Doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. If you don't like it, then hire a fucking attorney. That's what the judge already ruled. The judge said, if you don't like it, you always welcome to hire an attorney. If you want to have it filed even faster because it makes no difference, but if you want to do that, then go ahead and hire a damn attorney. The judge already said this. Idiot.
Yeah.
It creates a structural disadvantage. No, it doesn't. Timing, response periods, and service disputes already matter. No, they don't. A defendant requests a narrow procedural. You fucking retard. He can't help it. He just keeps putting shit in here, and I have to go in and hold on, cancel. We'll just hide that for a second while I fix his.
Was around when Bubbles got admonished by the court for filing too much?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like too much information and citing too much. And wasn't he limited on words at one point?
Oh, he's been admonished so many times you just can't even keep up with these idiots.
I hope he fires the same thing off at the paint chips. Oh, I see Rosalind's in chat. Rosalind.
Hey, Rosalind.
Rosalind says it's time to paint the house.
Fire. Fire. Fire.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm Cornelio, looking for my bubble.
Shizzy, I forgot to ask you. Did you see Rosalind's members live the other day?
No, I haven't seen.
Swimsuit edition.
Was it a swimsuit edition?
Yeah.
Rosalind in a swimsuit. Now I've met Rosalind in person, so if she was in a swimsuit, damn, I missed that.
The swimsuits were hot. I'm just saying, you can really dig it if you go check it out.
Speaking of full swimsuits, I think I should play it.
I think you should.
I'm not sure.
Time.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I think it's time. What do you guys chat? Are you guys in for some good songs?
Are they in for some good songs? I don't know, because sometimes chat is just like, yeah, we're totally down for it, and then whenever you play it,
I see Marvin going,
they're like, I don't know, we don't trust Shizzy anymore. Is it going to be a good one, or is he going to disturb us? You never know.
I may have to time Rosalind out.
Well, I'll play it for you guys, because because you said you wanted a swimsuit edition.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
Presumed to be something that's actionable here. Now if you want to go to Discovery, we're gonna go to Discovery. And that's the thing that me and Volpe have been talking about. One of the things that we've talked about is, do I go on, do I try to just answer him? If I answer this, I just say, look, that might be my response. I have my response due in a few days for this motion. If I put the response in and I say, Judge, here's the issues that are in the case, the 3 issues that I talked about, we need to confer on them. Even if we do confer on them, I really could care less. I get Megan Fox, and I get Tug, and I get Shizzywhiznut, and I get J-Jip, and I get Rosalind Duke and Shara. Revenge porn for journalistic purposes. I want this case to go to Discovery. Let them put the amendment in and have a chance to answer, so I can do my own polymer. And what that means is that I could turn around and then file an answer and a counterclaim. And then in that counterclaim, I could third-party complain. And other people third-party means I could sue other people. Jerry Hill's already paid the filing fee, so I could bring like 10 other people in my counterclaim, and then I could just make them part of the caption and then bring them in the case. In addition to that, I can now have subpoena power, and now I can go because it's Discovery. The federal court has to sign off on my subpoenas, and I get everybody in the Hales Brigade. I get Megan Fox, and I get Tug, and I get Shizzywhiznut,
Look at those
and I
rolls.
get J-Jip, and I get Rosalind Duke and Shara. Revenge porn for journalistic purposes.
Probably from,
Shara, whatever
from
her
mouth
name
motions.
is, Sarah, myself, Wolf, and Mr. Coop. And so even some of these
He's a
other
weakling
people that are on the
bottom. Okay.
Facebook groups that are talking about stuff, I get to show. Because Discovery is so wide and broad in this case, I get to show that I need to ask them for documents, so document requests. So I can get document discovery from these people, and the court will command them to produce documents, and I could have it served on them. And then I could turn around and, if they don't comply, there could be sanctions. I get Megan Fox, and I get Tug, and I get Shizzywhiznut, and I get J-Jip, and I get Rosalind Duke and Shara. Revenge porn for journalistic purposes. Jeremy Hales loves filing sanctions motions against Michelle and against John Cook. Hey, John Cook's here too. And against other people. But the issue becomes, okay, well, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? Equal protection. And so when they turn around, I'm fighting with Michael Volpe about this. He doesn't think I should do it. He doesn't think I should turn it into a circus. But I'm saying that Jeremy Hill's already turned this into a circus for the last 2 or 3 years, right? Before that. So he's this bad neighbors thing as a circus. So, it is what it is. That's what's going on with the Jeremy Hales case. We're gonna decide what I'm gonna do with it next. I get Megan Fox, and I get Tug, and I get Shizzywhiznut, and I get J-Jip, and I get Rosalind Duke and Shara. Revenge porn for journalistic purposes. Their whole brigade is crazy because I'm over the target. Because they know that they're gonna lose that case as a matter of law because of the Falwell case, and they're gonna look stupid. But I don't think they realize that I want to come over the top and really turn this into another 3 or 4 year circus myself to create my own problem. And that's what I talked about on Lisa's show. I might even sue YouTube and sue the brigade under this design defect theory. That they
YouTube, go
gained
for
a
it.
known defect in
Pilot
the
Daddy.
YouTube system, and that YouTube was reckless in what they did, and therefore they should pay punitive damages for it.
Punitive.
Let me bring that case. Who knows? It's a lottery ticket from me. I don't care. Revenge porn for journalistic purposes.
And that's all on him. He's the one that is that foolish.
That's right, Roz. Really dig in deep, Dickie. Dig it in deep.
Digging deep, harder and harder, faster and harder, harder.
Punitive.
Punitive. It reminds me of that. I'm not going to say that. That's a special word. I'm not going to say no.
Behave,
not saying
Shizzy. Behave.
I know too many Spanish words. That's so bad. I shouldn't know all these Spanish words.
I know you were thinking of a certain town in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Punta Verde.
Right. And Punta Cana.
Yeah. I was not thinking about this at all. Nothing.
Dig it, baby. Dig it.
What's that?
Copy clear. Your speaker threads trying to light a spark. Wait till they work it over and over and harder and over again in the dark. You call it preservation in your quiet place. I hit it every blast, you take it in the face. Reply all junkie, joined up for thrill. Scream harassment when they coach your own kills. No peace, no quiet, just spiral and shout. You pour the gas green while it burns out. Nobody drag you barged in loud. Now the dock is thick, Jimmy's coming down. Oh, deeper, proud harder. See the doom act shock when it hits harder. Harder. Over and over and over again. Loser blame everyone, but this your sin. Over and over it tightened in your band. Harder, friend. Sharks, mother trucker, you're the range. Chasing friction till bars get exchanged. Harder. Seems you're craving bubba to begin. Harder, your ass gets worked in. Harassed, watch the stalk threads in the night. She's a Shizzywhiznut, living rent free in your mind. Call it coordination when they call you bluff. Threaten a suit, kind of shit ain't enough. Felony frame stuck in your lies. How you pour gasoline, about to fill the fire. No faults, you chose it, your grand wide. Now bunk mates waiting, no place to hide. Oh, deep, she see the doom act shock when it hits harder. Over and over and over again. Bill K step in, pretend it's a win. Over and over, news just saying. Call it nerve, call it the fight, but you live for a wreck more than life. Harder, fall deep in love with your defeat. Harder, orange jumpsuit heat.
Chunks at the bottom.
Pads don't forgive, threats don't fade. Exposure, inclusion, your own parade. Swear we're untouchable, king of the spin. But spiral titan, cell dog green. No more screens, no CC chain, just concrete echo, endless pain. Push harder, it gets harder till you bent over, no reset, no pardon. Poke deeper. Prod harder, see the doom act shock when it hits harder. Over and over you swing at shade. Shadows bite back, price getting paid. Run over, drag them in your ring. But brain shrinking like damage. Truth card beats, no hiding no more. You wrote the record, now lock the door. Over and over you scream, you plead. Bar slam shut on your endless need. Hands worked over by your own damn hand. Over and over, chose to fight. Over and over, proved it right. Harder, and everybody already knows.
I blame Jeremy. It's all Jeremy. Does anyone hear a banjo? Oh, poor Dickie. Well, he's in Florida. He likes to get that swamp butt. What can you say?
Yeah, I mean, they really dig it there.
harder and harder and over. Boy, beef hooked. No, he'll be beef hooked. Well, that could be. It could be that he's just beef hooked. I just need to take breaks away from this rambling bullshit.
The fairy
Don't
tale.
worry, we're almost done with this document. The regulating Florida bar incorporating through district and attorney, it limits extrajudicial statements by lawyers that create substantial likelihood of material prejudicing or adjudicating proceedings. That does not gag defendant journalism. Well, I think you like the gag. I mean, you keep asking to be gagged. That's what I hear. It does underscore why the council should not use federal litigation as a publicity engine. Why would he? How many times have you seen Jeremy's lawyer on screen outside of court? I'm trying to think. Swamp button, squirt dump, spin-off we all need. God damn, Rosalind, that's bad. Well, and he doesn't ask the court to police journalism, but the court isn't policing journalism. You're an individual that just because you want to run around and say, journalist doesn't give you journalistic privilege. Just because you're trying to say, I wrote for all these people. That doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean shit whenever you're doing revenge porn.
Hey, Stacy Nat.
Hey, Stacy, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Now, clears jurisdiction if this case becomes a circus, and this is where he digs in. If this case becomes a circus, it will be because the plaintiff and his counsel selected this defendant, this claim in this forum. So basically, Jeremy, what he's saying is, Judge, if this turns into a complete mess, it's because of Jeremy. Like, he can't take control over his own actions, as we saw in that last video. Then he can't take control over his own actions, but it's Jeremy's fault. Blame Jeremy, like I said. Because plaintiff's litigation strategy created foreseeable public consequences. No, not whenever you act like an ass. You keep fucking around, you're about to find out. And of course, any disability related or recusal issue should be handled through concrete procedural accommodation, not rhetorical escalation. Defendant has referenced mental health limitations. He's saying he's a retard. No desire to retain counsel and prior observations in his other court case concerning the diminished capacity to render legal judgment based on mental health issues. That's not what it said.
I like Cooking Fun's answer. Patience would be the type of person to file a motion to dismiss his diet.
He should be. He should be. He should dismiss his diet of semen and ships. He asked the court to apply them carefully. A liberal construction of his pro se. Well, I knew you were liberal. Construction of his pro se filing to leave the proper merits response. To leave to file a proper merits response. Well, how about instead of writing this fucking 60 pages of bullshit, just file a proper motions response? I mean, that would have been the appropriate thing to do, but I don't know. Eating the paint chips, I guess, is what caused it. He just started munching down, just like, this lead tastes good.
I wonder what the blue paint tastes like.
Does it taste like blueberries or schnozberries? Leave the preservation of Rule 12 defenses, paper service plus courtesy email service. No, you already get that. Oh, let's see. A clear schedule for threshold motion practice. No, if you would read, it was already there. That relief addresses the real problem. No, it doesn't. What the real problem is, it's because Jeremy sued him. I mean, he's the problem. He's going to go full crazy defense. Of course, Dragon's gravy. That's exactly what his point is. The proper remedy is clarification. No, the proper remedy is what you do is you say, oh, you want to receive the letters sooner. How about this? We'll put you in federal prison.
We'll put
Every
you on
single
the
time.
inpatient auto response.
Yeah. Well, and see what a lot of people don't understand is if you're trying to claim these kinds of things, you have to actually hire a professional to come in and argue those facts. And then you have a hearing over all of this. Of course, Paint Chips knows this, and it would be at cost to him, and that's why he's trying to avoid it. Because if you're trying to bring it, for example, if you start claiming that you've got mental distress because of X, Y, or Z, or that you're not mentally capable of handling yourself in a court of law, even as a pro se litigant, what they'll do is they'll do a medical eval on you, and that's at your cost. You have to pay for that in a civil case. Now, in a criminal case, it's completely different. That comes out of the cost of the state. Jeremy hurt his feelings. What's left of them after prison B? Well, and what didn't they talk about him being a prison B? I'm pretty sure I've got that somewhere.
Prisoner B? Yeah, that's his old friend.
Yeah. No, he is the prison bitch. That's what I remember.
But didn't he have a one of his own too that came out and gave some kind of interview that got him all ruffled up?
Oh, that one. Oh, yeah. That one right there was the no, he that was whenever that was from one of the magazines that he used to write for that I think parted ways with him. I mean, there was a reason why they parted ways with him. And that was because they found out that he was causing more problems than was necessary. And yeah, got himself into a bit of a pickle, if I remember this correctly. And let me see. I think we have that here. Yeah, I'm positive that I have this. All right, give me just a second. I'll pull it up because this is quite interesting. Whenever I saw this, I was whenever I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, there is a scene in this little movie, and it's right here.
He's like, oh my God, he just had flashbacks.
And she goes, someone who was in prison with you. Listen. With prison B. Do you know what I'm referring to? Somebody that was in prison with you. And he suggests that you just keep taking it and taking it.
Oh, shit.
He claims to have talked with someone.
Good. What did he say?
He just calls him Prison B.
Yeah,
and he just keeps.
That's all bullshit.
Well, I know it is. I know Jay. He's a
bullshit artist.
He thinks he's funny, and
apparently you
sometimes
think he's funny too.
See, Tammy J gets it.
Yeah, I mean, over and over and over. Every day in jail for paint chips is called a heavy sentence. My neighbor now thinks I'm smoking wacky back. He didn't see my earbuds. Damn, out loud smoking outside leads to questions. His girlfriend Bubba. No, it was his boyfriend, his man friend.
Yeah.
Don't confuse the two. Don't confuse the
two. His prison wife named Sue.
And basically the rest of this is just him like wanting to cry. I mean, it really is. I'll share the screen. Damn. Oh wow. Well, before I share this, well, and I'll still get it pulled up here. But before I share the screen, I have to do this from Lily Smith. Thank you so much.
Love your show, Shizzy.
Oh, thank you, Lily Smith, for the $5. That is so kind of you. I enjoy my show too. I enjoy doing this for you guys. And as you see, this is how the super chat.
Love your show, Shizzy.
Just like that. I think I want to just play that on a continuous loop. It gives me a big head. It makes me feel like I did something improper.
Wording, Shizzy, wording.
I didn't say a hard head. That would be completely different. I said a big head.
You're gonna get paint chips all excited.
Stop it. I should not be exciting that little man. I should not be exciting him at all. All right. So, damn it. I messed it up again. All right. So what he wants is he wants everybody to like clarify or reconsider what was said. I thought it was pretty clear. Or other words, maybe file a full merits response. Oh, and of course a Rule 12 motion. Or how about this? We do an order permitting a prompt Rule 12 briefing, or maybe we can do like this right here, reconsideration of leave, and or how about this? Just maybe grant some further relief as necessary to ensure that they have a meaningful opportunity to be heard. No, I think you've been heard loud and clear. I mean, you can't seem to shut your cake hole. And also, how about this? How about this, Judge? Grant an order directing that any future service on defendants include a courtesy electronic copy. But no. See, you already fucked that up because you were given that opportunity, and you sort of fucked that up too. and you said, "Oh, that wasn't proper." So your argument would be that service is improper if it's emailed to you. So, well. Hold me now. It's hard for me to say. I want to say far, far away from everybody.
She's singing Michael Cetera.
Why is she singing Michael Cetera?
Because she said everybody needs a holiday far away. Paint chips.
Far, 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 and so far away. Now there was a motion.
Peter Cetera, sorry.
Peter Cetera. I don't know these crazy people.
I just know he was part of Chicago.
Is he anything like John Cena?
I don't think so. No.
I think he was. I've got the best. If I can find it, I've got the best video that makes me just laugh my ass off every time that I see it. And I've got to share it with you if I can find it. It is so cool. It made me excited whenever I first saw it. It is, that's not it. It is the best video. Whenever you see it, you're going to go, oh, this is good. I know you are. You're going to love it. Here it is. I found it. Oh, yes. Let's see. Now, I'm probably going to get dinged for this, just so you guys know. I'm going to get dinged for this. And they will demonetize my channel for a short period of time until I remove it. So if you're watching now, you better be tuned in, because you're not going to be able to go back and watch it again, because I guarantee you this is going to get me demonetized just for a period of time. I'm telling you right now but it's so damn cool. All right. This is very special, because I enjoy doing these kinds of things to you, because they're so much fun. Finally found this classic.
Hello?
I have just one question for you. Are you ready?
Am I ready for what? Who's this?
Are you ready for this Sunday night when WWE Champ John Cena defends his title in the WWE Super Slam? Right now you can order this awesome pay-per-view event for just $59.99.
I'm sorry, no, there is not any chance in hell that we're ever going to have wrestling in this house again. But thank you, but no. Have a good day. Hello?
and goodbye to anyone standing in John Cena's way when he takes on 6 men in a steel cage shoots and ladders match at WWE Super Slam. Order now and save $10 with a low price of just $49.99.
Sir, you guys just called me, and as I mentioned before, we're not ordering this, so please stop calling my house. Thank you and goodbye. Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Champ?
Who?
Champ? Is Champ there?
Who is Champ?
That question will be answered this Sunday night!
Listen, hey, sir, you can't quit calling my house.
The Undertaker!
Quit calling me.
CM Punk and even Triple H and the Big Show in a spit-swapping makeout match.
Holy cow.
Oh my God. It gets worse. It gets so much worse. Just so you know, it's about to get much worse.
Listen, hello? Hello? Can you stop screaming in your little sirens and whatever that is? Can you knock it off for 5 seconds? Not interested. Stop calling my fucking house. I swear to Jesus, if this is those wrestling again.
Okay, good morning. Hi, I'm just calling this morning to ask if you're a supporter of the United States military.
Oh my God, I apologize. We've been getting calls all morning. I apologize, and yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, I am.
Great. Are you a supporter of the Marine Corps?
Yes, absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Great, because a former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps needs your support.
And his name is John Cena!
Are you kidding me right now?
I love that. That is such a classic. Oh God. I had to play that. I love doing those brief little breaks, but I do have another one.
And like Rosalind said, she didn't say when to stop. That's on her.
Okay. Now, the funny part is this guy looks like my nephew. Okay. I joke not that they totally look like my nephew. And that's why I wanted to show this.
Many moons ago, I created a post talking about making an adult treasure chest for my office. And it was a hit. Everyone loved it. It's items for adults when they come to the dentist. Like when you were a kid, you used to come to the dentist to get a toy. Well, I have things in there like, and when I say adult, it's not sexy stuff. With the exception of a few, there was a pregnancy test in there. There also was an ovulation test, which I did take, and I was not ovulating. So that was a little bit of a waste, if you ask me. But now a lot of offices are doing it, and I get a lot of feedback saying, it's great. Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. But now I feel a little bit like a basic bitch because, like, well, now everyone's doing it. I used to feel unique that I was the only one. Now everyone's doing it. So what's in the box? What's in the box? It's the super secret adult treasure chest. What's in there? I can't tell you. I'll show you.
Oh,
You
no.
guys looking at my butt? Bet you didn't think that was going to happen, did you? All right. What's in the box? I'll show you. But I have to be super discreet about it, okay? You don't get this if you have to specifically ask for the super secret adult treasure chest. If you say, can I get something from the adult treasure chest, you don't get this box. This is a if you know situation. Okay.
I mean, the shot.
Now, I have 2 things in here. I have different varieties of alcohol. Yeah, that's right. You feel like getting a cleaning now? I bet you do. You should call. This is your 6-month reminder to call your dentist and get some Tito's. All right? Look at this one. This one comes in a little tiny mason jar, Old Smoky Moonshine. Some kind of strawberry flavor. I don't know. Okay. Then we do also have sticks of oregano, which are it's just oregano. To the best of my knowledge, I can't call it anything else, otherwise my post gets censored. So they're just sticks of oregano. People seem to like them. I don't know why, but that's what we do. So we'll put this back. Did it again. It's your lucky day. I'm feeling very generous. So if you know, you know. And if you want that, you got to ask for it specifically. But yeah, maybe it's time to make that cleaning appointment, guys.
Oh, I love it.
I thought you would like that. I was, you got to take a little break away from the crazy sometimes and just have a little bit of enjoyment. Like tomorrow morning, Mo in the deep end. That's where I will be. That's where you can find me hanging out with Mo. And then, of course, it's going to be a crazy day. And I'll get into it a little bit more later on. But then there's FNL. And there's a pre-FNL that we do in the evening with Mo in the deep end over here, probably about the same time that Tug goes on. So I understand if you're watching Tug, because Tug's good people. We don't disparage him on that. But you can always come back and watch the rewatch and see exactly what we were talking about. But I will have something very special, probably a members only tomorrow. And if you're a member, you will get the members only. If not, you'll just be left wondering what exactly it is that Shizzy is going to be talking about. It's going to be crazy.
Ooh.
It's going to be crazy, and it will be members only. So you're going to have to be
You're not going to be like having members only for like colonoscopies or something, will you?
Well, what did that not give you a hint? The videos?
Well, no, I'm just trying to pay you back for my algorithm still.
You're trying to get my algorithm to show me colonoscopies? No, that's
what
it does. My
It won't
algorithm
show
is
you
so jacked
colonoscopies.
right.
What about, does it show you bozo or preparation H or butt plugs
No.
or anything like that? No.
No.
Cialis?
None of that. No. There is no funky lighting whatsoever. But there will be a stream, and it will be for members only. So if you're not a member, you won't know what happened. You'll be completely left out of the dark. You might still be
Dollar
left
says
out.
what time?
That is yet to be determined. It will be tomorrow, though. It will be tomorrow sometime in the afternoon.
Guys, I think
early morning.
Shizzy's getting his own secret treasure box.
It might just be my own secret treasure box. It might just be time for that cleaning. You never know.
Rosalind said it's every 6 days, not 6 weeks or 6 months. It's days.
We call it a colonoscopy. LP calls it clearing her throat. Colonoscopy one more time. Hey Siri, wake up.
No. Do not say that name.
I don't have to worry about it.
Don't. You're making my phone light up. Don't.
Yeah, ooh, I know how to turn on the lights on the vibrator.
Well, if you hear any buzzing, it's not me, honest.
Honestly, it's not me. No. So what happened was there was a beautiful 9-page filing that Randy filed, or it could have been Doreen that wrote this. You never know, because she does work in that office. But let's give it a nice little look through. Plaintiff Jeremy B. Hales, by and through underside counsel, respectfully moved this honorable court for a status update and to expedite a ruling on his pending motion for expenses incurred in making service and attorney fees pursuant to Rule 4D of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure under Doc 157. Now, we're already to Doc 180. This is what, Doc 190?
191, I think we're up to.
No, this is 192. So 192. So imagine that, 157, almost 50 pages. Almost 50 pages. Not quite. Filed on February 4th of this year, of 2026. Plaintiff brings this matter to the court's attention with the utmost respect for the court's management of its docket, like it said, and many competing demands on the court's times and resources, like, dealing with stupid. On the courts, the plaintiff does not seek to criticize the court or suggest any failure in the administration of justice. Yeah, we would never do that. But rather, the plaintiff respectfully requests resolution of a straightforward motion that's been pending without a ruling, fucker, for response for several months. And you bitched about it because we didn't file this shit before. Because you said, oh, don't be filing fucking shit whenever I don't give you leave to file shit. Well, how about this, Judge? Because you're being such a peckerwood, why don't we just give you this right here? The underlying motion seeks some mandatory expenses, which isn't very much if you think about it, considering every other bullshit that you had to go through. A total of $2,450 plus reasonable attorney's fees, which might be even more, included as a direct result of Paint Chip's explicit refusal to waive service of process. Well, it provides that a court must impose such expenses on defendant who fails without good cause to return a waiver of service. The motion presents a straightforward application of a clear mandatory rule of undisputed facts established through affidavits and exhibits already filed with this court. The plaintiff has already paid for the service expenses he seeks to recover and is entitled to reimbursement if the requirements are satisfied. Now, the motion does not require extensive deliberation. Hell, it doesn't even require evidentiary hearings. And shit, most definitely no complex legal analysis. Because Paint Chips, proceeding pro se, like her artard, has filed a response to the pending motion, Doc 160. Now, the court's prior order dated October 30th specifically contemplated that plaintiff would file this motion after service was completed. Plaintiff seeks only a ruling on his properly filed motion so that he may either collect the expenses to which he's entitled under these federal rules or understand why in the fuck the court didn't do it or the court's reasoning if the motion is denied. Now, this continued delay in resolving this matter, it imposes a concrete financial burden on the plaintiff who remains out of pocket for expenses incurred in attempting to serve a defendant who explicitly refused to waive service. Now, the motion was filed following this court's order on October 30th of 2025, almost a year ago. It was denied without prejudice. Plaintiff's earlier request for service costs under the Federal Rule of Civil Procedure directing that plaintiffs could seek such costs after Paint Chips had been served. Well, Paint Chips filed the current motion after successfully effectuating substitute service on Paint Chips on December 29th of 2025, which would have been quite a few months ago. Now, he had to do this through the Florida Department of State, the Division of Corporations, pursuant to Florida statutes under those sections right there. You can see for yourself. Now, defendant Paint Chip is proceeding pro se in this matter, like a dumbass, but the facts underlying the motion for expenses, the factual basis for the pending motion, well, it's pretty damn straightforward and undisputed. Now, on August 17th, quite some time ago, plaintiff sent a request for waiver of service to defendant Paint Chip via email to his known email address and via United States Postal Service priority mail to his known address. Well, on that same day, Paint Chips responded to the email, acknowledging receipt of the waiver request, but explicitly refusing to waive service, stating in relevant part that the purported notice was rejected in toto for all purposes. Now, prior to sending the waiver request, plaintiffs had made numerous unsuccessful attempts to serve Paint Chips at his multiple address where he is believed to reside. And of course, I have to do this again because, they like to get all better whenever you show certain things. So let me redact that right there, and it will redact that right there. All right, redact and apply, of course, because this is what professional. All right, here we go. Let's add this back up here. Now, made at least 11 separate attempts to serve Paint Chip at various addresses in Florida, including, Naples, Florida, 6 attempts, and another one in Naples, Florida, 4 attempts. And United States priority mail sent to Paint Chips at his Sugar Pine address was returned and marked return to sender. Process server affidavits concluded that Paint Chips was intentionally evading service. based on the totality of evidence, including avoidance behavior and vague statements made publicly by the defendant as a result of, Paint Chip's result to waive service and his apparent evasion of service attempts. Now they've incurred expenses totaling $2,450 from 4 different process servers, and these expenses are itemized in the pending motion. Oh, yes, they were. So much so that no ruling has been issued by the magistrate on those pending motions. Now, no hearing has been scheduled on the motion. Well, shit, not even the court issued any order requesting additional briefing or information. They just ran roughshod through all this shit. So the motion has now been pending for several months without any indication that the court's going to ever do any fucking thing, or as to when the ruling might be expected. Plaintiffs have already paid the service expenses he seeks to recover and entitled to reimbursement if the requirements of Rule 4D2 are satisfied. Well, federal courts, as you know, Judge, they possess that inherent authority to manage their dockets, ensure efficient, expedient resolution of cases. And magistrate judges have that statutory authority to hear, determine non-dispositive pretrial matters, including motions and expenses under those rules. The pending motion presents just a straightforward application of the rule, which mandates the court impose expenses on defendants who fail without any damn good cause to waive service. Now, the motion has been pending since February 4th of 2026 without a ruling, as we expected, because that's why we tried to get you removed off the case, because you're a fucking moron. Response or indication that additional information is needed. Now, given the straightforward nature of this one little specific issue, the mandatory standard governing the award, the prejudice, the plaintiff who has already paid the expenses is entitled to recover that. This motion warrants prompt resolution. Now, the plaintiff respectfully requests that the court stop being a dumbass and exercise its case management authority to issue a ruling on the pending motion, thereby promoting an orderly, efficient resolution of the matter. Here's the argument. Well, the court has the authority to manage its docket, and the federal district court possesses the inherent authority to manage their dockets and courtrooms with a view towards the efficient and expedient resolutions of cases. That authority is necessary to ensure that district courts can enforce their own orders and efficiently dispose of litigation, and extends to various aspects of case management designed to resolve cases expeditiously. Well, the magistrate judge has authority over the pending motion. Under that act, the district judge may designate a magistrate judge, which we've already done. That also provides the magistrate judge may be designated to hear and determine pretrial matters, and, to suppress evidence, all that kind of stuff. So a motion for expenses under this is a non-dispositive pretrial matter that falls within the magistrate judge's authority to hear and to determine or figure this shit out, Judge. When a pretrial matter is not dispositive, well, the defense is referred to that magistrate to hear and decide. Well, and they must promptly conduct the required proceedings and, when appropriate, issue a written order stating the decision. And it hasn't been prompt because, here we are running into May, and you still haven't responded to this. It's just sort of like someone's got a dildo up your ass and, asking you for party favors. A party may serve and file objections to the order within 14 days after being served with a copy, and the district judge in the case must consider timely objections, modify, set aside any part of that order that's erroneous or contrary. Now, while the district judge retains the ultimate adjudicatory power, we'll just say juicy power over dispositive motions or non-dispositive motions like the pending Rule 4D motion, the magistrate judge has authority to issue that final order subject to review only upon timely objection under the clearly erroneous or contrary law. And he's laying it out like it has to be clearly erroneous or contrary to the law standard. Like, am I misquoting this? Like, did I say 3D? No, I said 4D. The pending motion presents a straightforward application of a mandatory rule to establish undisputed facts. The motion has been pending since February 4th. without ruling, response, or indication that additional briefing is needing. Well, now the delay in resolving this matter, well, it prejudices the plaintiff because you've already said we didn't file shit in a timely fucking manner after you told us not to be filing anything. I mean, go fucking figure, Judge. Maybe get off your fucking high horse and do your job. Who has already paid expenses, he's entitled to recover these. Now, there was a certificate of conferral, and on the 29th, they conferred with Paint Chip regarding this motion. Well, and as a result, the Paint Chip responded on April 30th and stated, I do not agree with the relief sought therein. For the foregoing reasons, plaintiff respectfully requests that this honorable court grant this motion for status and expedite the ruling and issue a ruling on the pending motion for expenses incurred in making service and attorney's fees pursuant to that rule. And they just want this court to do something, anything except be dickheads. Or they could grant this motion for status and expedite the ruling on pending motion, or possibly issue a ruling on the motions for expenses, or if there's an alternative, schedule just a fucking simple status conference or a hearing to address the pending motion, provide guidance to any parties regarding the court's anticipation time frame for even ruling on this bullshit. And if there's any justice in this court, maybe you'll throw us a bone and, grant us any further relief that you might think is just and proper. Thank you very much, Judge. We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's all I have to say about it.
Especially since Randy showed up with a checkbook and paid, and we're still waiting for Bubbles' payment.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting to that point where it's beyond ridiculous anymore, where you're just sitting there going, come on, Judge, like, get your head out of your ass, and, you keep ruling against us, which, we expect that we're not going to win every single thing. But whenever, you've so far, you've not followed any of what the rules of civil procedure are. So why in the fuck should we? At that point, that would be my thing. Like, Judge, you haven't followed any of the fucking rules. So why should I be expected to follow any rules if you're just making them up as you go along, whatever suits your fucking purpose?
Especially when he lays down orders that say, if you do this one more time, I'm going to do that, and doesn't follow through. It's kind of like, the parent who can't parent a child and issuing, vague promises, I'll say.
Like this one here. Oh, well, yeah. I knew you guys
the refiling of the refiling.
and have been waiting on this one. So John Cook, well, being a moron, requested the court order. What? Why would you request that the court order Attorney Schitt to show cause? Well, that's not how it works. See, he doesn't have to order him to show cause of why he is not suborned perjury. He is not suborned perjury. Do you know what suborned perjury means?
I don't think he does.
I won't explain it.
This is a man who looks over a fence and drools every time he sees Travis and says, "Baby, come back."
Don't get started with me on that, because I'll play it. I will.
I miss you, baby.
I'll play it. Don't you're pushing me, aren't you?
I miss you, my baby. Come back. Beer me, baby. Let's have
you are so bad.
Competition.
You are so bad. You are pushing it. You are pushing it.
Would I take you to a cliff and push you off? Never, because smoke would get in my eyes.
Hey Travis, look at me. I've been watching you walk by. Got that big boss energy. Got me feeling stupid high. If you need somebody close, I can be that kind of guy. I can carry your stuff. I can flatter you all night. I'll be there, I won't move. I'll say anything for you. If you want a man right here, baby, I could be that
be a stinky poo, 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 stinky poo. I'll be a stinky poo, 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 stinky poo. I'll do anything you want me to. What are you waiting for? I'll be a stinky poo, 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 stinky poo. I'll be a stinky poo, 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 stinky poo. I'll be right here acting desperate too. What are you waiting for? Hey Travis, pick me please. I can play the loyal man. I can laugh before you joke. I can clap before I can. I can tell you you're the king. I can kiss your heavy hand. If you want a shadow near, I can be your biggest fan. I'll be soft, I'll approve. I'll keep all my eyes on you. If you want a man to beg, baby, I was born to lose. I'll be a stinky,
stinky cheeks.
stinky. I'll be a stinky, stinky.
You can't look away, can you? Though.
Anything you want me to.
It's the Wreck-It on Wreckin'.
Oh.
He does have a skid mark.
I'll be right here acting desperate too. What are you waiting for? Say a word, I'm at your feet. Call me up, I'm in the street. Tell me jump, I'll ask you how. Tell me later, tell me now. You want devotion, you want praise. You want somebody trained. You want a yes man on a leash. Baby,
Hey, I put 3 headlights on the car. I know.
I'll be a stinky
Look at those headlights.
Some real
I'll do anything you want me to. What are you waiting for? Stinky. I'll be a stinky. Stinky. I'll be right here acting desperate too. What are you waiting for? Poo stinky, poo, 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 poo stinky, poo, poo stinky, poo. I'll be a stinky poo. What are you waiting for?
Nobody read it.
Oh God, I'm so bad. I couldn't help it. Hey, breaky. Swear to God, Shizzy, I will wake up this song in my head. I will find you. You
gonna
will
say, "Hey Alexa."
Oh, my life. Nightmares of turtles twerking in the background and a little VR pole dancing. Oh, my life. Now, of course, he wants to talk about, there's the client's affidavit contained the false statement that Mr. Cook and Preston's online post calling me a child predator are consistent and ongoing to this day. Well, they are. They are. And they still are out there. Amazing enough how that works. You know, isn't it surprising that within a short period of time, all it took was just a nice little pull up. And I was just like, oh, guess what? I think that is still out there. Let me see if I'm not mistaken, those posts were up at the time that was posted way back. Whenever they were talking about this, they have not produced such posts. Tens of thousands of people follow the case. Tens of thousands, only tens of thousands. Yeah, it was more than tens of thousands. you know, that was the thing. There was so many people following this case. Just just alone, just alone, the amount of people looking into this and screenshotting and getting every single bit of this information of when it was posted was in in the hundreds of thousands. If I remember this correctly, there were a lot of people going, yeah, that's not appropriate. That's not appropriate at all. But he didn't stop. No, 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 no. He continued on with his bullshit. And, you know, there's simple proof that he continued on with this bullshit. And whenever he's sitting there saying, oh, there's never been any proof of that. Well, I beg to differ, because right here, look at that. Oh, that was on 8/20 of 2023 that this was posted right here. See that right there? It was Lynette that posted it, that she says she's not a her. Jeremy has never slept around. That's why I was married. Oh, no, she's saying, Jeremy, I've never slept around. That's why I was married so often. Okay. John is his own man. I don't know why Jeremy attacks me due to John's behavior. Well, he's never attacked you. He's defending himself. Again, we do not live in filth at a garage dump. No, you're correct. You don't live in filth at a garage dump. You live in filth at a garbage dump. And I do not and have never beat my baby daughter. Oh, we actually have audio proof that you did.
Yeah.
Of you.
Child in the mouth.
Yeah, those kinds of things. John is not a sex offender or a PDF file, but I find it funny. What does that say? What does that say right there? That I'm pretty sure it says that you're saying that you are disgusting toward children, mainly focusing on little girls' crotches.
Yeah. Yep. She's
Yeah.
made several statements about him allegedly photographing little girls' crotches.
Yeah.
And when the police reviewed it, they said that there was nothing like that.
Oh, and even before that, you had Crook saying, I see the coward of Levy County and his whore of a wife are posting more lies, and his sheep believe it. God, they are stupid. Well, I guess it's time to put the sign back up. Sorry, put the sign back up.
Yeah, right? To put the sign back up.
Yeah, see, this is, yeah. Did Megan ever get her money from Deuce whenever she showed that, yes, this is the stuff that they've done? I don't think he ever paid up. So, I mean, his little statement here, is sort of half true, half true, half false. You know, whenever we're reading this, it's half true, half false, because he's saying tens of thousands of people follow this case on YouTube as if it's an O.J. Simpson trial. My former counsel publicly offered a $2,000 reward for anyone who could produce even one such post. Well, look, I have already produced that post, and Megan Fox has produced that post. Hundreds of thousands of people have produced that post, and still, who's been paid? Not one penny. For anyone who could produce even one such post, if there were any online post calling Hales a child predator, someone would have claimed the reward. Well, she did.
Yeah, there were several people trying to claim it.
They've already done this, but, you know, just like Deuce would normally do, run away like a coward little bitch.
Yeah, ignored it. Because Mr. John Cook seems to forget it was his own video that got him his first contempt in the Ohio court. You know, the video they only show half of, when he drove, recording himself saying, I'm headed over to Jeremy's property. Yep.
I remember you showed that whole video, didn't you there?
Yes, I did. I showed the whole video, not just the part they wanted to show, the whole video.
I'm pretty sure it was pretty straightforward. If you haven't checked out Venom's channel, well, go check it out because she has that video plus many, many more of debunking them and showing the receipts on all of their garbage. So people have claimed the reward, but he just hasn't paid it. Now, if his affidavit was not in the complaint, the plaintiff's allegation, paragraph 19 of his affidavit was not the complaint. Well, of course it wasn't in his complaint because he filed the complaint before the affidavit was taken. Crazy how that works out. Otherwise, it would have been included in the complaint. That's not true because the complaint hadn't been filed yet. I'm pretty sure that you have to make that statement before something gets put into that. Okay, I'm confused. Is far more serious. No, it's not because whenever they're talking about this paragraph 19 of the affidavit, you have to be more specific. Okay, he's not very specific. Paragraph 19 of his affidavit is not in the complaint. Paragraph of what affidavit?
Yeah, well, no one ever said he was a light bulb that worked, but he is definitely putting a lot of cut and paste into this.
Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
Of the affidavit is far more serious than any of the statements attributed to me and Preston in the complaint itself. If it were true, it would have not been left out of the complaint, only to be raised in response to a 12B1 motion. Well, that they basically were able to show you that those posts were out there. But of course, like everything else, John, you didn't fucking read it. So how would you know? Oh, that's right. Deuce read this and wrote this for you. Or was it Paint Chip that wrote this for you? Well, Preston in the complaint itself, so if it were true, it would have not been left out. Well, Shockett had an ethical duty not to file a false affidavit. Well, he didn't. The allegation involves easily verifiable facts. Yeah, then they verified him without first confirming the existence of online posts by me or Michelle calling his client a child predator. But that's what you did. He could not ethically file that affidavit. What are you talking about? That's not how it works.
Rosalind did show a whole timeline of their posts, repeatedly calling Jeremy names and everything else from the cease and desist on.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Like Megan, it's a manifesto written in a dirty tent by a crazed maniac with a bandage up his crotch, sent it to all the news stations with a demand for 3 rotisserie chickens and a bag of beef jerky. God.
Now we know why LP bought the chickies. She wants to keep them in the fenced area. No chicken, John.
She's got to pay her dues to the flea, and she's like, I demand chicken skins. Give me the chicken skins.
John, we need to buy more chickens.
That's why she
chickens.
The dog ate the chickens. The dog ate the chickens.
Oh wait, Shizzy, the dog didn't eat the chickens.
The dog didn't eat the chickens? No, my dog didn't die. My dog died. The stupidity of all of these people completely, absolutely amazes me, because every time that you think, oh, they're not that stupid. No, they go and act stupid yet again, because that's what they do. It's like stupid is inbred into them for some reason. I don't understand why that it is. But for some reason, the stupidity just gets completely and utterly bred into them. And I guess the best way to do this is with a little bit of song and dance.
Maybe the fumes from purgatory are getting to them.
Well, it could be.
Could be the porta potty.
Well, and like I said, just a little bit of song and dance is the best way. Why is that doing this? Cancel. And I'm going to go over here and make sure that this is up and running. Damn it. It does this every freaking time. Why is it on the top side of it, not in the background? There we go. Now I can do this. It was showing on the screen, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm an idiot. But we have figured this out. We have figured this out. Who the fuck is Megan Fox?
Who the fuck is Megan Fox?
Nope, not even.
No sound.
No sound?
No sound.
All right. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is really starting to piss me off. And I do, I'm usually pretty chill about this kind of stuff. But it's not showing it. That is crazy. All right. Let me bring it up here. And I will move it. I will move it to the back. Damn it. Here we go. Let's move it down here. So that way it doesn't show. And now we will see. We'll see if we have sound. All right.
Well, anything.
Yep. Got sound. You have it?
Yes.
All right. There we go. Let's do this.
Who the fuck is Megan Fox?
Okay, this isn't national news. It's not even local news. The village is here and they have their own TV. Everything isn't like a local thing. She's got this dumbass, literally like playing the shit of her life. This is about her life. I was a witness to it. That's it. She was upset. She was nervous. So I spoke to them too. They would do anything for content. They will anything. But it was all about me. They made it all about me. Okay. And they disregarded the situation. They were trying to say they didn't throw anything in the street. It's on the curb. It's on the curb. No, it was in front of my truck and I kicked it down to the curb. Okay. And I left it there.
Who the fuck is Megan Fox?
The cops came because he was blasting. It's so funny. He was blasting their private conversations through a speaker on his golf cart that was parked in the driveway for all the neighbors to hear. And by the way, the neighbors that the cops spoke to, those that were walking by live on the other side of the street, on the other block around the corner. They don't even live right here.
Oh, you're good,
so why would they hear what
You're
Billy's
good,
saying in his driveway? Never once. What was I thinking? Yeah, I thought that every second of the day. So anyway, sorry, no, it's fine. So when the cops came, I mean, obviously the female detective, the female deputy was a little, well, I probably wanted to get it done. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Who the fuck is Megan Fox? She didn't see it. She told me to shut up. So anyway, so this woman deputy went over and was talking to Billy's father. Okay, whose name is Bill? Also, by the way, so when they asked for Bill, he just started talking to him. Didn't even say, my son's inside, or there's another person there. He just, I own my house. There's tenants there. I don't know what's going on over there. That man literally sticks up for his son. It's unreal. The guy's in denial when it comes to everything his son's done. He just doesn't give a shit. Well, I can go into his background too.
That's so disgusting.
Yeah, he used to like beating up people, but anyway, so the cops talked to him. Who the fuck is Megan Fox? As you saw, he was literally like plain stupid and dumb, whatever. He doesn't drive a car. No, Billy drives that golf cart. He's the only one who really drives that golf cart. That's what Billy drives. Drive his dad's car here or there, but he's driving his dad's car. Oh, my finger's getting itchy. Stop. Thank you. Hold on. No. So what was the cop? The stupid shit that the best part about all of that was the fact that the cop walked away and goes, I gotta get out of here. Did you see what they're doing in there? Because they're making penises. I heard that. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, they're making penises. First of all, we weren't making penises. Who the fuck fuck is Megan Fox? Genies never made the penises, they were just on the shelf. And you all know from being here, normally they're resin peas. They're funny little joke things that we made. That's what the cops were laughing at. And the cops were laughing at that because it's all penises on the shelf. I heard an elf on a shelf. That could be a new one. Soon as I heard that, I was hysterically laughing. I was like, that was pretty funny. I have to say, that was pretty funny. Let's get out of here. I gotta get out of here. No. So anyway, you know, Billy avoided talking to the cops. I spoke to him, yeah, he was in the shower. Yeah, bullshit. Now he doesn't want to say anything. Okay, fine, whatever. Who the fuck is Megan Fox? So, but over here, when they came over here, all they did was criticize my garage. What was on my shelves, looking around, and that's the creepy shit. That's why you're not allowed to invade the privacy of someone's home with these things, because that's what they're doing. They're stalking myself, Megan, and Tug literally stalked myself. They're talking about buckets of loofahs. Yeah, we made loofahs to put on the loofah mobile and some buckets. Yeah, why do you need to explain? No, I'm just going over the comments that they're making. Let me finish. Not even one time did they mention the dog song that. No, not one time did they mention it. As a matter of fact, I think Tug said, I don't know if it was Tug or Megan. Who the fuck is Megan Fox? I seen the guy and he doesn't really look that great. You know, he looks like he could be trouble or whatever. Something like that to that effect. And I'm just like, you're an idiot. But anyway, he comes up. They come up with this whole big storyline. And literally like Mike Tips, it was like, I created this loop for mobile. Because I said it was a joke. They think it's not a business. They think it's our business. They think it's not a business. Oh, not a business. It is a business.
It is business.
It is a business.
So she's saying it is a business that you know they make peens and they drive around in a loofah mobile.
Yeah, they got a peen loofah factory.
Two peens in a loofah factory.
Yeah, sounds like the start of a bad joke, don't it?
Everything about them is like a start of a bad joke. It starts every single time. Now you can tell that Paint Chips doesn't, or I mean, John Crook doesn't write his own stuff, because if he did, he would have known that this was a bullshit filing from the get-go. But you know, he is an idiot, so you have to give it to him that he doesn't disappoint on being an idiot. The court explicitly relied on the perjured statement in ruling the federal jurisdiction existed. No, that's not true. It wasn't.
Well, it's ironic
they have made online posts.
Point out perjury.
Yeah, that's not how it works. See, defendants have allegedly engaged in a public coordinated campaign to ruin their successful social media. No, their business, not just the media business, but all of their businesses. Among other things, repeating both online and real world, falsely accusing of being a rapist and a child rapist. They have.
Mm-hmm.
And they've already shown the proof of that. If the statement in paragraph 19 is true, well, Shockett should have no problem responding to a show cause order. Well, that's not how it works. I'm sure he has no problem to showing up to it. The only problem is you're not supposed to file anything.
Yep. Judge did kind of say you weren't supposed to send anything more in, well, Mr. Crook. But this is coming from Mr. Intelligent, who sat in an Ohio courtroom and testified and said, "What does her writing the signs got to do with me?"
Everything.
Well,
Everything.
I mean, for him to just say that, I mean, he had thrown her under the bus.
Well, she's used to being thrown under the bus, from what I understand. Usually something about the size of paint chips.
Well, normally Preston's the one driving the bus. I don't think she expected that first hearing to have Mr. Crook, her former ex, run her over.
Well, no one expects it, but you know, that was their goal from the get-go, was throw each other under the bus, and that way, you know, they could say, you know, Well, it wasn't me. It was them. Oh, no, it wasn't me. It was them. Well, who actually was it? It was both of them. That's the thing. They were in on this shit together. But they do like to try to confuse people and make it more difficult to get to the bottom of what actually happened. And that's where it all lies. What actually happened as compared to what they're saying happened, because it gets very confusing every single time.
Now Crook is advertising for his own manservant.
And I just want to say that there's nothing more enjoyable. Nothing ever is more enjoyable than what is about to happen. And I hope that you guys can handle yourselves. You can contain yourselves. You can get all excited and enjoy things that are just more than anybody should ever have to withstand. And with that comes a certain kind of special attitude. I guess is there's only one attitude that you could possibly ever get from all this stuff, and that is this. It's going to be glorious whenever it happens. I just can't make it happen because, well, I'm an idiot. Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, it's you. I gave the wrong intros. Yes, I saw Chicago, and I was just thinking it was somebody else, and now I'm disappointed.
Oh,
because I had all this set up, but now I have to do the correct.
So good, so good. Say the name, watching free. Rosalind Duke has the keys. Receipts tucked in her sleeve. Trying to not panic, facts don't leave. Lit the fuse, then boom, clean cut. Bar rumors, she'll sweep that up. Talk tough online, better show with the proof. One look, one line, case closed by Duke. So good. It's Rosalind Duke. She brings receipts, losers move. Run and hide if you feel that truth. Say her name, Rosalind Duke. She'll knock out that too. So good. Yeah, Rosalind Duke.
Lights down. One rule, bitches respect me or go fuck yourself.
You guys were done. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt the stream.
Oh no, you didn't interrupt the stream. We were just having a blast over here. At first, I thought it was Megan Fox because I saw Chicago, and I know that Megan's from Chicago, so I was just
Everybody needs a little time away. I heard you say.
You do sound much better than you did earlier today.
I do, don't I? I do.
Yeah.
Like the shot really helped. I'm like, I swear to God, like, go get some steroid shots. Just do it every day. Every day.
No. Do not do that. Do not do
This is my opinion. I like it.
Chicago is not a medical professional and is not giving medical advice.
I'm going for full cornholio. We're going full cornholio tonight.
Cornholio, I am searching for.
I need some TP for my bunghole.
How's that go? I am Cornholio. I am looking for some TP for my bunghole.
I need TP for my bunghole. Yeah, it's what steroids do to me, apparently. I am just completely unhinged.
Well, it happens. I could tell by chat that you were completely unhinged. Stacy.
No, really? What gave it away?
So we thought, yeah, Stacy, that is the crazy part about it. You think it's a joke until it comes true. I mean, I've always been one of those. Like, I don't care what someone looks like. They can be overweight, they can be short, they can be tall, they can be, have scars on their face or whatever. But if you're lying to people and telling them that you're something that you're not, that's a little weird to me.
Too sexy for my avatar. Too sexy for my avatar.
Avatar. It happens. Sometimes you get really sexy.
I love your avatar.
My avatar is so sexy.
See, we can bring it up like that right there. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yamaha on the beach.
It does look like Yamaha at the beach.
Isn't it Jinkini?
Is that called? Is that Yamaha Beach? He raided the shores of Yamaha Beach.
Mm-hmm. In a jean kini.
In a jean kini.
Mm-hmm. with his little horsey.
He's got a pogo horse.
Short-legged horsey.
Short-legged horsey.
Well, you missed it. You missed it, Shizzy. You'll eventually see it, I'm sure, and you'll probably never speak to me again.
I always get myself in trouble. So probably is it on the picture?
Is it
those Shizzy brand jeans?
No, no, it's
somewhere
worse
far
than
away.
Somewhere far away. Okay. I don't know. I'll probably.
Everybody needs a little time away.
It's not what's on the outside. It's about if they have a good heart and care about others. Well, there's a lot involved in that. I mean, it's more than just what someone looks like. I
can't hear the chat. I can't hear the chat.
It happens. Sometimes that happens. You can't hear the chat.
I can't hear the chat.
What? Huh?
Chicago
Mama
is
said
she can't hear the
box.
chat. Chat, speak up.
You guys aren't loud enough. Get louder. What's wrong with you?
Seriously, I'm just gonna hide out. You can remove me. I'm just gonna hide out till you guys are done.
Oh no, it's actually over.
Oh, no.
As you'll notice by the outro that's about to play. Everybody, I will see you tomorrow morning over there on Mo in the Deep Ends. If you don't know where that is, just look in mo.inthedeepend and you will find it. We do Fridays every Friday morning. We try to do one. We did do one last week because Mo had to have an emergency procedure. She had one of her crowns come out, and so she had to get it replaced back in there. And so that's why we didn't do one. But next this Friday, tomorrow, well, today, in a few hours, we will be live yet again. And then there will be an FNL. But in between then, there's going to be a special members only, if it works out correctly, which I'm sure it will, because I'm awesome. And see you guys then. Peace.
Thought I was done, bless your heart, but I'm still living rent-free, it's a work of art. Call me daddy, call me Papa Nut, call me the GOAT. You're paddling upstream while I'm running this boat. You say, I don't care, yet you're glued to the screen. Bathe in my glow, you're so unclean. Your shade like a breeze, it's barely a draft. I'm the Picasso of roasting your ass. You say you're over me, oh how cute, but here I am, still the star of your loop. You're my biggest fans, don't even deny. So grab some popcorn when daddy goes live, 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 live. Call me daddy, yeah, shout it loud. You're a mental midget while I stand proud. Papa Nut, Shizzy, daddy, headline act. Your background noise and it's just a fact. Call me daddy, let's face the score. You hate that you love me, but you keep wanting more. You're like a dog chasing racing cars, you don't know why. But here you are, barking while I touch the sky. Your comments are gold, such comedy gold. Who hurt you? Oh wait, it's me, I'm told. You're keeping tabs like an unpaid intern while I'm cashing checks. When will you learn? Your timeline's a shrine to every move I make. I'd say thanks, but you're a nasty skank. Oh, Shizzy's washed up. Yeah, sure, Jan, yet here I am, the centerpiece of your plan. You hate, watch my stream every damn night. That's why, kiddos, I'm still shining bright. Call me daddy, send in your bread. I'm living rent-free in your effing head. Popping nuts, Shizzy daddy on your brain. I'm your mental landlord, you wanna complain. Call me daddy, let's keep it real. You hate that winning, but you love how it feels. Oh, I'm sorry that I break your streak. You tried to ignore me for like half a week, but daddy's too spicy, you can't look away. I'm the train wreck you need every single day. So while you're out there rich, you're trying to chase cloud, I'm here sipping coffee watching you freak out. You're irrelevant, wow, what a take. Now go rewatch my vids and I count how much I make. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm rent for your brain and you don't know how. Pop a nut, Shizzy daddy, let's set the bar. I'm bigger than life, you're a burned out star. Call me daddy, embrace your role, cause I'm the main character, you're just a troll. So here's your bedtime story, kids, sweet and snug. Shizzy daddy's forever if you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental king. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same thing. Call me daddy, yeah, own it now. I'm rent for your brain and you don't know how. Papa Nut, Shizzy daddy, let's set the bar. I'm bigger than life, you're a burned out star. Call me daddy, embrace your role, cause I'm the main character, you're just an old raggedy ass burned out troll. So that's your bedtime story, kids tucked in sweet and snug. Shizzy daddy's forever, you lose and you're stuck in the mud. Now say goodnight to Papa Nut, your mental king. Oh wait, you will see me tomorrow, same obsession, same effing thing.
Well, everybody go say hi to Nick Rekieta, show him some love, and make sure you hit the thumbs up on your way out and on your way in. Peace. Bye.